Hello, Pray for Pay Hotel and members. It's another version of Better Call Art. And today I'm here with Rob Parker with More Financial.
Hello,
Rob.
happy Friday.
How you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. It's Friday.
Yeah, Fridays are good, right?
You bet.
So I wanted to, in our last video that we had with a More Financial, there was we made a statement, and we kind of just like spoke about it a little, but we spoke about what's a B and C credit. So I thought it would be good for Rob to come on board and to give us a little bit more facts about what B and C credit is, and about how a More Financial can help us as dealers try and get more deals approved. So Rob, I'll put it over to you because that's your expert.
All right. Well, great topic. And again, appreciate you having me on again, Art.
Yeah.
B's and C credits, right? Kind of a new term. Nothing, in all my years in the office technology space, it was never a term we really used. Certainly when bank financiers are the dominant group, and it's really about A minus credit maybe, and that's where it ends. So we like to think, well, we have customers we get done all the time. The bulk get approved, say 70-some% of customers we send in get approved. But what's happening with those other 30%? We'll use round numbers. Well, they're rated lower. So that's where the B and C credits come in.
Right.
And is it easy to determine a B and C credit? No. So if we have a customer, they got a really nice office, beautiful furniture, place looks great, there's a fancy car out front, no indication of credit. Usually it's maybe an indication why they might have bad credit because they're overspending. But so B and C credit, very similar to our own personal scores, our own FICO scores, where we get rated, and that's what determines what kind of interest rates we get when we go borrow from the banks and what have you. Very similar. PayNet is the dominant source that we take the scoring. It ranges from a 640 to a 620 or 660 to a 620. That doesn't really matter because we don't pull credit in the shops that you work at. So that's up to us.
Right.
So what would seem was an A credit or should be an A credit, and it gets knocked down to a B and C can happen for many different reasons. And it could be little things like a couple of late pays, unintentional late pays can throw the score way off. Could be the overall debt load that they've been carrying or suddenly took on that was abnormal compared to the rest of their business. So that throws scoring off. Other things can be the industry of which they serve, right? So is it a core industry, like essential business, etc.? Is it a non-core, which could involve a lot of different things? Or is it a cyclical business where they have highs and lows throughout the year? Maybe it involves discretionary spending like hotels, airlines, etc., where if things like what we just went through with COVID happen and suddenly that discretionary spend changes, that has a big impact on the business and how it flows. So it doesn't take much, but it's pretty dramatic at the end of the day. So
it could be similar to what I went through, where I had an account that in the last 18 months, they took out, I think it was a total of six, it was either 6 or 7 leases for $60,000 or $70,000 each. I mean, they're paying their bills. There's no question. We have nothing like that, but all of a sudden we're getting, no, we don't want you.
Right. Well, and overall exposure, and it could be with one lender, just takes on a certain amount of exposure, and that's where their comfort limit ends, and then another vendor will take it and go, they have no exposure, so the risk is less. So it really takes all those into consideration. And if there's sometimes improper reporting happens, where something that happened to some other company that sounds like our company ended up reported on us, happens on personal stuff all the time. If you did a small write-off because of some dispute, who knows what it was? Maybe it was a Verizon bill, who knows what it was? All those things come into play as they drop them into the model and create the score. So if you're risk adverse, or like in most things, just like credit cards and so on, they're pricing to risk. So in our case, when we find ways to help you, we've opened up the window so we can look at the Bs and here's the Cs. And through all the different factors, we go, okay, we'll take on that risk.
Right.
We'll support that customer of yours, but it's going to cost a little bit more money, which is fine. It's reasonable. And they're thrilled to get the credit back on track. And it's like startups too. It's a similar thing, right? How do you measure those and how do you get them so they're functioning forward and then not have to personal guarantee everything and da 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 da. So there's some means to the madness.
Right. So with a more financial, not being a bank, I'm guessing it allows you to be more creative, nimble,
Definitely.
think out of the box, or find ways to get things done.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. Instead of looking for a way not to get it done, you guys will look for ways
To get it done.
make it happen. Right.
And one of the things that I just thought about, Art, is in most of the banks, the big banks now have what we call auto scoring. So it's all about flow and speed, which is great. We all love that, right? You're all looking for an approval as quick as you can, but it can be a double-edged sword. So that comes in, and now a system and all these
It's AI, right?
And they go, hey, we like it or we don't. Something didn't check the box.
Right.
We decline it. We don't want it. So that is another area where suddenly you could see things being declined versus where we would be manually scoring those. Might take a little bit longer, but it gets done right, and we can dig deeper to find ways to get those done. What is the missing link, the missing information in order to get that approved?
Right. And that's artificial intelligence, correct?
Yes, on the auto scoring side, definitely.
Interesting. Well, that's been awesome. It's good things to think about, and especially when you're trying to get things done. You guys definitely are a fresh opportunity because realistically, we didn't have that many opportunities. So
Right.
It's great that you guys are out there and giving all these dealers opportunities and clients opportunities and trying to make things happen, right?
Yep, we appreciate it, and we're big on small, as we say, and that's all those small businesses that we all make a living serving. So yeah, love to be of help. If you guys need to reach out, I'm easy to find. R. Parker at Amour, AMUR at AmourEF.com, R. Parker at AmourEF.com, or my phone number, if you like it, 602-641-9594.
Or you can reach out to me via the website, for Bay Hotel, or my email's up there. Send me an email. Of course, many of you also have my phone, so just pick up the phone and give me a buzz. Rob, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank
have
you.
yourself a great weekend in lovely Phoenix while I sit with 37-degree weather in New Jersey.
I'll do so. All right. Thanks.
All right.
Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, everyone.